Hello and welcome to everyone in Physics Fire. Today we are going to do current electricity class 10th. So today's lecture we will see what is current, what is charge, how it flows. We will not see any numericals and all. The complete fundamental of current electricity we will see in this lecture. Let's see. The chapter name itself, if you will see, current electricity. Okay. So current electricity, right? So current electricity, if we'll see, so current electricity, let's learn what is current first. Guys, current, if you will see, physical meaning of current is what? Current means flow of heat. Flow of heat is heat current, right? So we can say flow of heat. Flow of heat is what? Heat current, right? Flow of water is what? Water current. Flow of, now see, it means flow of anything. Flow of wind is wind current, right? Flow of anything is current. So flow of electric charge is what? Electric current. Flow of electric charge is what? Electric current, right? So flow of electric charge is known as what? Electric current. So whenever we will learn water current, then we should know about like water. Whenever we are learning about heat current, then we should know about heat. Likewise, whenever you are learning about electric current, then we should know about what? Electric charge, right? So first we learn what is charge. Let's see what is charge. Guys, charge, if you will see, let's see how. If you will ask anyone, no, they will say, oh, charge is positive or negative, right? That is what is charge. But that is the type of charge. What is charge? Charge is what? First we can say it is an intrinsic property. Charge is an what? Intrinsic property of a material. Charge is an intrinsic property of a material. Intrinsic means what is there, its own property. Like mass is also what? Intrinsic property, right? Fine. Second thing is what? Charge, we can say charge is a property of a material. By virtue of it experiences electric field as well as magnetic field. Think about of that. This body is positive charge, this body is negative charge, then what will happen? If this negative charge will experience an electric field due to this positive charge here, even this negative charge will have some electric field, this will experience an electric field due to this negative charge, and both will get what? Attracted. It means what? Charge is a basic property of a material. By virtue of it experiences electric field as well as what? Magnetic field. So charge is a basic property of a material. By virtue of it by virtue of it it experiences electric field and magnetic field, right? So that is what? Charge. Let's see unit of charge. Everyone knows this, right? Unit of charge is what? Coulomb, right? denoted by what? Capital C. Guys, somewhere no, you will see the small unit of charge is what? Millicoulomb. Millicoulomb. So MC. Microcoulomb is what? This is 10 to the power of minus 3 coulomb. This is 10 to the power of minus 6 coulomb. Then nanocoulomb 10 to the power of minus 9 coulomb, right? So by this way, we can define, we can say the unit of charges. So charge is what? Basic property of a material. By virtue of it, it experiences electric field as well as what? Magnetic field. Unit of charge is what? Coulomb, millicoulomb and microcoulomb. Fine. Now guys, we are going to see as a charge is denoted by capital Q, right? Now we are going to see types of charges. There are two types of charges. Somebody will say three types: positive, negative, neutral. Neutral is not a charge. Remember this. Positive charge. Negative charge. Positive charge, if you will see, is what? Let's see what is positive charge. So defining this positive charge, we'll have to go little, we'll have to understand little chemistry. Let's take guys sodium. Sodium atomic number is what? 11, right? If you will see 2 electrons, right? 281, 2, 8 and 1 electron, right? Electrons we are giving, right? For electronic configuration. Okay, remember this one thing. We are doing when we are doing electronic configuration, then why we are taking only electrons? We can take protons also, right? Protons also a charge, right? We cannot take, why we are taking only what? Electrons. Think about this. We are taking on electronic configuration only electrons, not protons, right? We can do something like protonic what configuration. We cannot do that, right? Let's see why. Guys, if you'll see the total mass of an element or any atom is given by its what? Proton, right? And neutron, and that is located at the center of the atom, right? If that you will disturb, ultimately you are disturbing the core of an atom. If it will get disturbed, the whole atom will become unstable. It means you cannot take out proton, you cannot give proton. You will have to deal, whenever you are talking about charge, then you will have to deal what? With electron only, right? So we can say that if you want to take out, you will have to take out what? Electron, right? If you want to give, then what you will give? Electron. Now one more thing from here we should learn, that whenever we are taking out, then we are taking out what? Electron. It's electron only. When we are giving, then we are giving what? Electron only. How many electrons minimum we can take out? Now the second question comes here. So one thing is clear, whenever we are talking about charge, then we are dealing only with what? Electron. Second thing is how many minimum electrons we can take out, how many maximum electrons we can take out, how many minimum electrons we can give, how many maximum electrons we can take, we can give, that we should know. Now think that how many minimum electrons we can give. Guys, whenever it comes minimum, can we give half electron? By saying also it seems like no, like from the mind is saying no, it is not possible, right? How it is possible? Half electron, right? Half electron is not possible, right? Can we take out, can we give half electron? No. It means what? Basic unit of charge, or we can say fundamental unit of charge is what? Electron. What is that? Fundamental unit of charge is what? Electron. So what we can take out? Electron. What we can give? Electron. How many minimum electron we can give? 1. How many minimum electron we can take out is 1. Hope so you guys got it now. So we can take out also 1. We will give also what? 1. If somebody will say 3 by 2 electron, it means you don't know physics. Somebody will take 1.3 electron. No. Somebody will say plus minus 10 into 10 to the power of minus of 10 electron, sorry, 10 electron, right? That is possible, right? So you guys understood that what minimum we can take out what 1 electron, and minimum we can give also what 1 electron. Fine. Now, so one more thing we learned initially is what positive charge is what? What is positive charge? What we learned? So guys, whenever we are saying positive charge, then we can say that excess of electron is what? Excess of electron is positive charge. Excess of electron is positive charge. Deficiency of electron is negative charge. That's it. Types of charges you understood. What is positive charge? What is negative charge? Now one more point is what? Fundamental unit of charge. Fundamental unit of charge is what? Electron. Right? 1 electron value is how much? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. That's it. Hope so you guys got it. What is positive charge? What is negative charge? What is the fundamental unit of charge? Now we will see little properties of what? Charges. Properties of charges. First property, like charges will what? Repel each other. Like charges repel, unlike charges what? Attract each other. That's it. Second property, right? Quantization of charge. Quantization of what? Charge. Quantization of charge, if you will see, let's learn the formula first. Q is equal to Ne. Guys, quantization of charge means N here is number, correct? E is what here? Electron, fundamental unit. Acha, one more thing. You cannot write 1.5 electron. It means plus 1.5 minus 1.5, you cannot electron. So whenever this number will be there, this number should be integer. What is now quantization of charge? Fundamental unit of charge will always be multiplied with what? Integer, right? That also we can say in an easy way. Or we can say, what we can say? Basic unit of charge is an integral. Charge is an integral multiple with the basic unit of charge or fundamental unit of charge. Charge is an integral multiple charge is the integral multiple with the fundamental mental unit of charge. That is what? Quantization of charge. Charges are conservative in nature. Charges are conservative in nature. Conservative in nature in the sense is what? Let's see. Uranium 92 238 gives what? Thorium 90 234 plus what? Helium 2 and 4. See, 92 92 238 238. This TH is what here? Thorium, right? He is helium, obviously everyone knows. This is uranium. Next property we can say Charges are what? Conservative in nature. Next we can say what? Charge follow algebra rule. Means plus 3 coulomb of charge minus 2 coulomb of charge plus 6 coulomb of charge is going to be what? 7 coulomb of charge. That's it. That is what? Algebra rule. Okay, now we got little idea of what is charge. Now the next point we are going to see that where it will flow. See, first we learn what is charge. Now we are going to see ultimately current is what? Flow of charges, right? So charge will learn where will flow, where it will flow, that we are going to see. So the sequence will have to remember. So where it will flow. So everyone knows that what it will flow in conductors. Let's learn why it flows in conductors. Why current flows. So charges will flow in what? Conductors. Let's see why it will flow. Guys, if you will take a conductor, so there will be positive charges, negative charges, right? I'll take a smaller one so that I can draw it properly. Tightly packed, right? That is important. Tightly packed. Their electrons and protons are what? Tightly packed. We took and any conductor. Let's take a metal we took. Fine. Now guys, here see, if you will see a room temperature will not affect us, right? 25 degrees, even 30 degrees Celsius will not affect us. 40 degrees Celsius also nothing will happen. Like will not feel that much. But think about that electron mass, right? 10 to the power minus 31. Leave the part, whatever it is there. 10 to the power minus 31. Even 10 degrees Celsius will affect, even 2, 5, 6 degrees. So the temperature, room temperature is sufficient to take out those electrons, right? Hope so you guys got it what I'm saying. Because the electron mass is 10 to the power minus of 31. Leave the what is theirs, right? So 10 to the power minus 31, that is small, it is that small mass, if anything will have, then we can say room temperature is sufficient to take out those electrons. So electrons will come out. We can say electrons will be out. But remember guys, these electrons will be inside the conductor. It will not come out. It will be inside the conductor. You can consider like an apartment is there where many homes are there, right? Few kids are there. They are not obeying their parents. So what? Parents kick them out. Go out. But they are not going out of the apartment. They are inside, still inside the apartment. They are playing. Whenever parents will come out, they will hide somewhere. Whenever parents will come out, they will hide somewhere. But so they cannot play properly, right? Same thing. Okay, I'll continue with that story. So electrons here also, what will happen? These electrons will, what will happen? Collide with positive charge. Even electrons will sometimes collide because n number of electrons are there. We can say sea of electrons. Einstein told that what he told, that in a conductor sea of electrons are there, ocean of electrons are there, right? We cannot even imagine how many electrons. If somebody knows maths, my maths is not that good, that many electrons are there in a conductor. Like as many as you think, that many electrons are there in conductor, right? So we don't know how many electrons are there in the conductor. Fine. Now what will happen? Obviously there will be a collision. So now let's come this with this example, that whenever parents will come out, these electrons will what? Hide somewhere. These kids will what? Hide somewhere, right? So they cannot play properly, right? Whenever parents will go, they can play. Again, they will play properly. Whenever parents will come out, they cannot play properly. So ultimately what will happen? There is not effective result of that playing, right? They'll play cricket. So suppose 6-over match is there, they'll play 3 overs, again then they will have to rest. The momentum will not be there properly. But one guy came from outside, he told that you guys are really playing well, you should play properly, let's come with me, then you will play properly there. Then all came anyhow with him, then what will happen? They will play there. Same thing here also. When you will consider a conductor, then electrons are there inside that, but you are not getting current. Why? Because electron will start from here, it will go here, ultimately it will come here only. But think about of that, if you'll connect with this guy, right? If you'll connect with this guy, what is this guy? That is what we are saying, what? Potential, right? Voltage. Now what will happen? Electrons will what? Flow. Electrons will what? Flow. So we can say here what will happen? Ultimately electron will go, obviously it will collide, but the problem is it will stop somewhere here, it will not go. So this will be the displacement. Whenever there will be a displacement, there will be velocity, right? It means what? Here the electrons will move, right, from one place to another place, even it will move through the circuit, but here it is not possible. Why? Because this external source is not given. Hope so you guys got it. How so what is mandatory to flow current? This external guy to play properly. Same here also, voltage is required to what? To flow electrons from one terminal to another terminal of the battery, right? Fine. So if you'll see current, about current properly, let's take, I am taking a resistor. This is the symbol of resistor, you guys know this, in class 8 you might have seen. One, we can see what we are assuming, this is positive charge and this is what, sorry, this is positive terminal and this is what? Negative terminal. Positive terminal and then what? Negative terminal, right? This is what? Resistor. So we can say, let's say assume current is flowing this. Okay guys, suppose think about of that, if electron wants to flee, then electron will have to come there. Somebody will say, why it is taking that much of big path? It can take this small path in between the battery. It cannot, because there is what? Electrolytes. Electrolytes are not conductor. Current cannot pass through that. It means what? It will have, electrons will have to pass in this way. Flow of electrons, guys, is known as flow of electrons is known as electronic current. Flow of electron is known as what? Electronic current. Guys, likewise we can say that protons will also flow. Again, protons will not flow by convention, we can say. Let's see, I'll tell you what is the meaning. So flow of proton is known as conventional current. The current which we are considering conventional current. Actually protons will not flow, that's why we are saying conventional current. And the conventional current direction is what? The actual current direction, right? One more thing, if electron will flow in this direction, current will flow opposite of that. Remember this is also what? Important. So we understood what is charge, what is the properties of charges, how current will flow, what is required to flow the current, right? Till here we'll see in the next class about what is the current formula, what is Ohm's law and all. Till here you guys revise, we'll see the next class.